everyone, and welcome back to Kanvas. So if there's one thing that we can all agree on, it's that we live in a day and age where it's so easy for us to get overwhelmed, anxious, stressed out, and disappointed. And when we react immediately as a result of that emotion, we will usually end up saying or doing things that we will later regret. So, in order to help us to respond better in those situations, here are 5 steps to take whenever we feel overwhelmed. Step number 1. Pause. Now, this is self-explanatory, but it's usually so tempting for us to react immediately. But pause. Tell yourself to be aware of what you're feeling and that God is right here with you in this moment. Bring Him into the situation and remind yourself that you are not alone. Number 2. Acknowledge and embrace that emotion. Don't deny it, don't suppress it. Embrace it and acknowledge it. Now, at this point, many people would say, "How dare you embrace a negative emotion?" But you see, there are 2 things that happen when you embrace your emotion. Number 1, you weaken it. When anything negative is brought to light, it is weakened. Suppressing it makes it stronger. This means that if you keep hiding it, you are giving it power over you. When you embrace it, you are bringing that emotion into conscious awareness, which allows you to gain control over it. The second purpose of embracing your emotion is to understand yourself. Because when you deny and suppress that emotion, you're telling yourself that it's not okay to feel this way. But the fact remains that you can't escape it. As my pastor would say, you have to embrace your humanness. Number 3, have a meeting with yourself. Set a time to get alone to reflect and process your feelings. And here's what you need to do. Firstly, name your feelings. Get as specific as possible and dive into the details. Number 2, ask why questions. Whenever you make a statement, ask yourself why to get deeper into the issue. Number 3, write it down. And you might think,
"Wow, you think I'm in high school, man? Write it down."
but no, write it down, record it so that you can see what you're thinking. Because when you do that, you will learn to identify the patterns in your answer, which will lead you to the root of your issue. Number 4, come up with an action plan. Once you have identified why you're feeling that certain way, come up with an action plan so that you will know what to do whenever you face a similar situation. What you have now done is that you have reconceptualized the feeling of fill in the blank into a reason with a plan. So now, whenever you feel overwhelmed, you have an action plan to fall back on instead of freaking out. Number 5, make this a habit. This is not a one-time solution. This is a lifelong practice to develop self-control. Because this is not easy to do when we are surrounded by so much noise from the media and the voices in our head. Self-control is the ability to lead yourself to listen to your inner voice and to make the right decisions according to the Word of God. Here's a tip. Understanding yourself is not easy and it takes a long time. So ask God to help you because I promise you, He will. So now let's do a recap. Number 1, pause. Number 2, acknowledge and embrace your emotion. Number 3, have a meeting with yourself. Number 4, come up with an action plan. And number 5, make this a habit. And if you're wondering where I got all this information from, I encourage you to check out Dr. Caroline Lee because I have learned so much from her and her methods have been helping me throughout the years. What about you? What do you do whenever you feel overwhelmed? Share your thoughts in the comment section and we can all learn from one another. Let me know if this has been helpful and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!